Hi, I'm Kumoshi, and this is the Dramatical Murder Voice Challenge. So apparently among my non-internet friends, it's pretty well known that I am a big fan of Dramatical Murder, and so one of my friends linked me this voice challenge, and at first I was a little bit hesitant to do it because there are 40 questions, but I figured why not? Since the summer's almost over, I might as well get all of my fandom feels out once and for all. And it's a pretty opportune time to be doing this meme now that the anime for Dramatical Murder has come out. Though, to be honest, I haven't actually watched the anime because I got into it through the game, and judging from what I saw of the screenshots of the anime, especially episode 3, it doesn't seem to be the best in terms of animation quality. So for the time being, I'm just a game fan. But of course, if you're a fan of Dramatical Murder, please feel free to come talk to me anytime. I just realized I've already wasted a minute, so I'll go on and start with the questions. So the first question is, where did you first learn about DMMd? Well, actually, I used to be really active on this image board called ZeroChan, ZeroChan.net, and that was where I first saw some fan art of DMMd. This was actually even before the game came out, so it was a pretty long time ago. So I actually first heard about DMMd several years ago, but at the time I just kind of looked at it, was curious for a short while, and then forgot about it. So it wasn't until later on that I actually found that there was an English patch and decided to download the game. 2. First impression of the game? Well, I felt that the game was very bright and colorful, and I really liked some of the background music. And since I didn't know that there were bad ends at the time, I thought it was just going to be, fun and lighthearted, and everybody was just going to be gay together. Get it? Because gay, also means happy. Yeah, you see what I did there? Okay, no. 3. Who was the first character you saw or found out about? I think it was probably Aoba or Noise, but it was several years ago, so I'm not really sure. 4. First impression of the first character you saw? Well, I'll just go with Aoba, and I'll say that, I thought he looked pretty cool at first, but then I looked at it and his outfit again, and I thought, what is with that puffy jacket? It's really awful. And that's a lot coming from me, because I myself is not known for having good fashion taste. I pretty much just wear jeans and fandom t-shirts all year long. But Aoba, man, he actually looks tacky. 5. Who was your favorite character at first, and why? I would say that it actually was Aoba, which is kind of a boring answer, I know, but it was just because, that was the character I got to spend the most time with, because, that's who you play as, and, he was pretty sassy sometimes, so I thought it was pretty entertaining. 6. Who is your favorite character now, and why? I would say that without a doubt it's Clear, because before I played his route, I didn't know if I was going to like him. I didn't really know anything about his personality, and to be honest, I didn't really like his voice that much in the beginning, but actually after playing his route, I got really attached to him because he's just really such a sweetheart, and he's also pretty humorous, the way he wears masks underneath his mask, and also that scene where he cooked breakfast for Aoba in a naked apron. That is my favorite scene. And just, he's really very nice, and I also like how he had a serious side, and he would think about things like what it means to be alive and what his identity was, and this is kind of a reconnect spoiler, but he was also thinking about whether he could really have a happy relationship with Aoba, because essentially, since Aoba is human, he's going to get older and die eventually, whereas for Clear, time doesn't really go on because he's a robot. And yeah, those kinds of things are pretty sad to think about, but I think it made his character more interesting to me. 7. First impression of your favorite character? First when I saw Clear, I was like, I thought he was a little bit obnoxious, to be quite honest, but of course I think quite differently now. 8. Who was your least favorite character at first, and why? I would say it was definitely Mink. After playing his route, I really just felt extremely uncomfortable because I felt that Aoba had not consented to have sex with Mink, and it was just that Mink treated Aoba very violently. And as time passed, I did read some more analysis of Mink, and I can understand to an extent some of his motives, and I know that even Mink himself didn't really forgive himself for his actions, and his good end in the original game and in Reconnect kinda made me feel a little nicer toward him, but overall I'm still not a fan of Mink. 9. Who is your least favorite character now and why? Well, this is still kind of hard to answer because there's not really like anyone that I really, really strongly dislike. I mean, after playing Virus and Trip's route, I have to say I don't like them as much anymore because I know there's a lot of people out there who thought that it was a pretty hot route, but for me it was just like they didn't seem to really have a particular motivation even for kidnapping Aoba and basically turning him into their sex slave and just doing whatever they wanted with him. And so I don't know, I'm just not too fond of that. I mean, maybe I'm a goody two shoes, but 10. What was your first OTP? I would say it was Kojaku and Aoba. Well, for one thing, they were already childhood friends, and they looked so cute together when they were young. But also, even throughout the game, I saw Kojaku looking out for Aoba, and I thought that was pretty cool. And of course, during the good end, there was the nosebleed moment, which just pretty much cemented it for me at the time. 11. What is your OTP now? Well, it's definitely Clear and Aoba, mostly because I've gotten a lot more attached to Clear, but I mean, there's also a lot of cute things that happen between them, like when Aoba gets to see Clear's face for the first time, and he assures Clear that he's beautiful. And of course, also the naked apron scene. And also there was this time in Reconnect where Clear carries Aoba over the rooftops, and I thought that was really fun, but it's just unfortunate they didn't have a CG for that scene. 12. Do you have any non-canon pairings? I'm not really sure about that. I mean, I guess maybe I ship Mizuki with Aoba or Mizuki with Kojaku or even Sei. And I don't know, I mean, whenever I see fan art, sometimes I start thinking about pairings that I wouldn't normally think about. Like, I've even seen like Noise and Clear and various other combinations that, and well, I kind of also like Kojaku and Noise just because I think they would drive each other nuts. So it's like a hate ship, if you know what I mean. 13. List all the pairings you ship. I think I'm just going to skip this because this could end up being really long if I included some of the ships that I don't really strongly ship but kind of like when I see fan art. So I'm going to go on to number 14. Any OT3, Bro TPs, or the like? Perhaps Aoba, Kojaku, and Mizuki, Sly Blue, Virus and Trip, Sei, Virus and Trip, and definitely Aoba, Clear, and Ren. It's because of that one scene where Clear was noticing how fluffy Ren was, and he was just going fua fua fua, and it was just the cutest thing ever, so I really like that scene. 15. Which route did you play first? I'm not sure. It was either Minx or Noises. 16. Which is your favorite route? Why? I would say that would be a tie between Noises and Clears. I mean, obviously I have a bias for Clear just because I really love Clear, but I also really like Noises' route because I felt that it was pretty well done. I really got interested in seeing the development of the relationship between Aoba and Noise and seeing them support each other, especially toward the end. And of course, I thought it was really cool that they added that glitchy effect and that you got to see what Noise's past was like, and I felt that I really got more emotionally invested in him after playing his route. 17. Which is your least favorite route and why? Well, I mean, I already mentioned earlier that I didn't like Mink, Virus, or Trip that much, but I also actually didn't enjoy Kojaku's route as much as I expected to, so that was a disappointment because I didn't really like how Kojaku was keeping secrets and lying to Aoba, and also how he kind of lost control of himself that time and pushed down Aoba, and I was just freaking out because I thought, that Kojaku was seriously going to attack Aoba. So I was pretty relieved when, he went and snapped back to his senses, but it was overall I didn't really like Kojaku's route that much, and it was only pretty much toward the end that he redeemed himself for me. 18. Most attractive character? Well, I already mentioned that I thought Kojaku had a pretty nice looking design, and of course I'm really attached to Clear, but I actually really liked Noise's voice, so I ended up looking up his seiyuu out of curiosity after I played the game, and I found out he's actually a guy who's in a lot of anime series. For example, he's in Shakugan no Shana and Zero no Tsukaima, and I was really shocked because I didn't recognize him at all since his voice is so different in those shows compared to the game. I think it's because he just really uses his lower register in the DMMd game, and it sounds really good. 19. Favorite good end? I would say it was Kojaku's. It was just really adorable because they moved in together, and then, you know, Kojaku wanted to cut Aoba's hair for a really long time, and finally he got to, and you could see that he was really concentrating because he wanted to do a good job with it, and Aoba has his eyes closed because he trusts Kojaku, and of course afterward Aoba just looks really cute with his new short hair. 20. Favorite bad end? Well, to be honest, I'm pretty squeamish and I don't like gory things much, so I basically played the bad ends in order to unlock the true end. But in terms of the ones I was not as uncomfortable with, I would say Noises and Kojaku's were a little more okay with me than the other bad ends. 21. Least favorite good end? I would say Clear's, and it's not that it's like a badly done ending. I actually think it's very suitable, but I just was a little bit disappointed just because I wanted to see more happy interaction between Clear and Aoba in the good end, but basically Clear only showed up at the very end, and that was after like Aoba was worried that he was dead and could never be fixed. So that was just, I had some painful feelings while I was doing Clear's good end. 22. Least favorite bad end? I would say actually Mink's, because when you go into his past, you can hear all these voices of people screaming and crying for help, and it was really disturbing to listen to that in the middle of the night when I was all alone, and just scared the shit out of me, so I don't really like that bad end for that reason. But I also was pretty scared by Clear's bad end, since he went and amputated Aoba's limbs and took out his eyes, and it seemed kind of more realistic in a way, I guess, as in I could imagine that more easily, and that's why it really scared me. But of course I also dislike Ren's bad end for the reason that I really liked Ren and Aoba's close relationship, so it just really hurt to see Ren tearing Aoba apart and seeing how they couldn't be happy together after all. Sorry, I know I was supposed to pick one bad end, and I ended up talking about 3 of them. You can just tell that I really don't like bad ends on the whole. 23. What was your first reaction to your favorite and least favorite bad end? I think in both cases I was really nervous, and then I became extremely disturbed and scared and regretting that I had played this game, but then I was like, well, I have to get through this because I also want to play the good ends and I want to see Ren's end, so I was just... I felt like it was an ordeal I had to get through, and I was really scared afterward to go to bed because it was the middle of the night when I was playing these games. 24. Which all-mate would you like to have? Well, this is a pretty common answer, but I would say Ren. For one thing, he's a dog and he's fluffy, but also I'd be able to scare the shit out of people because I'd bring him with me, and then he would speak for the first time and go, Aoba. 25. What was your favorite part in any of the routes? Well, maybe it would be the time when Clear, tried to cook breakfast in his naked apron. I was a little bit disappointed that Aoba was not as excited by it as Clear had intended him to be, but, and also, of course, there was the fuwa 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 scene. I really like that one, and also the nosebleed in Kojaku's route. 26. What was your favorite part in your favorite route? Well, I guess I should talk about Noise's route this time. I really like that one CG, which is towards the end of their route, where they're lying on the floor and they're just holding each other for comfort. 27. Best confession from one of the boys. Well, I have to say I enjoyed all of them, but I particularly liked Kojaku's, just because like Kojaku and Aoba are just such dorks and they were just blushing so much. It was really funny to watch. 28. Favorite not safe for work scene? Well, I liked Noise's scenes. I guess part of the reason was just because I liked Noise's voice actor, but also it was pretty funny, like how Noise asked Aoba to bite his dick. I just can't get over that. It's so funny. And also how like he consulted Aoba about whether he should get his piercings removed from there, and that actually makes me curious whether anyone in real life has done that or not. Pierced their penis. 29. Did you cry at all during any of the routes, and why? Actually, I don't think I cried during DMMd at all, which is pretty unusual for me, I guess. But I do remember that I was really sad when Clear was breaking down. 30. Have you played all the routes, and if not, which ones have you played? Yes, I have played all the routes. But I did not pay that much attention to the bad ends just because I was pretty uncomfortable with all the goriness, and so I avoided looking at the screen as much as possible. 31. Favorite song from the soundtrack? Well, actually, I like several songs, but the one that I was thinking of putting, I don't know the name of, so I'll just play a little bit of it for you. "32, favorite AU or alternate universe. Actually, that's not something that I think about all that much, but I do remember seeing a lot of them on Tumblr. Some of the ones that come to mind are Delinquent Clear, Mink blushing easily all the time, Chiroba, All May Tai. And I also had this idea because I saw this fan art with Clear and also the Vocaloid Kaito, and I realized, Clear does look kind of like Kaito since he has the scarf, and he also sang the Jellyfish song, so I think it would be really cute to, see Clear singing more like a Vocaloid. 33, favorite outfit. I guess this is kind of like a three-way tie. I like Kojaku's regular outfit, but I also like Noise's suit. And I like Clear's naked apron. 34, least favorite outfit. Well, there's not really anything that I hate, but there are a few that I find kind of tacky looking, like Trip's normal outfit, and Noise's outfit, and Aoba's. 35, would you rather have an Akushima route, Mizuki route, or Sei route added to the game? Definitely Mizuki, because I thought he was pretty cute, and he's also friends with Aoba. And I mean, I wouldn't really mind having a Sei route either, but I don't really want Sei and Aoba to have any sex or anything like that. I just want to see them being, cute brothers and friends together. 36. Favorite voice? Definitely Noise, because that's some noise that I enjoy hearing. Get the pun? 37. Most prominent what the F moment for you? I'm having trouble thinking of anything right now, but maybe that time when Ren and Aoba were like having sex on the beach. That was kind of because technically it wasn't even the real world, 38. Reaction to seeing Aoba's hair for the first time. I don't remember having any particularly strong reaction to it, so I guess I just thought it was okay. 39. Reaction to hearing Ren's voice for the first time. Well, I was definitely taken aback because it was very deep, but I don't think I was that shocked either, because I probably already knew at the time that Ren was going to assume a human form, and since I'd, seen how big and buff he was, I probably figured already that he wasn't going to have a high-pitched cutesy voice either. 40. Say all the following. All of Yusui's character introductions, Ryuho in Kojaku's voice, all the boys' ways of saying Aoba, Fua Fua Fua, and Iyo Iyo. Okay, this is gonna take a while. Okay, first. Haga-san, Kojak, Mizuki, Venus and Trip, Akshima, Tae, Kulia, Noise, Mink, Ryoho. I guess I'll just do Clears and Ren's for the saying Aoba thing. Master, Aoba, Fua Fua Fua, Fua Fua Fua, Fua Fua Fua. Iyo, 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 Iyo. Okay, I think that's enough because I have no idea how many times he actually said that. But yeah, that's the end of this voice challenge. So thank you for actually listening, because I realize this is practically 20 minutes long. But thank you for sticking with me. And I hope that if you didn't check out DMMd, that you might look it up and see if it interests you. And if you're already into DMD,